All right, Coach, I asked Joe the same question. How important is Game 2 to keep home ice that you've lost the last two series?
Yeah, it's important. You're exactly right. I think we've won Game 1 the last two series, and both times we've dropped Game 2. So, hopefully as you work your way through the playoffs, you learn from your mistakes, and they're going to be better, and they're going to be desperate. They're not going to want to go in a 2-0 hole, and we've got to handle that situation better than we have in the first two rounds.
Second row on the left, right.
Pete, it's not easy for Timo Meier to make the jumps that he has over the last 2 years in this league. What do you think's been the key behind that?
Well, he's a great player, for one. I mean, we took him in the top 10 in the draft, so you've got talent. I think power forwards take a little bit longer, especially physical guys, the way he plays and throws his body around, and I think those guys take a little longer to have success at the NHL level, learning how to use that physicality and still use their skill. So I think he's right on track. I think we, Doug Wilson and Tim Burke and the group handled him perfectly. They started him in the minors, sent him back to junior first, started him in the minors, brought him up. When he stumbled, we put him back down again, and now he's arrived and is the real deal.
Third row on the right.
Pete, you guys haven't won many games where your defensemen didn't factor in offensively. What did it mean to get 6 goals tonight where it was all forwards and they were pretty much dominating?
Yeah, well, again, you don't care how this time of year, you just want to get the win. And it was important to get off to a good start. I think both teams looked a little like they were coming out of Game 7s, and, it was a little sloppy in areas both ways. But we found a way, and I thought a lot of our game was fairly clean.
Front left.
Pete, what makes Logan, Gus, and Timo so good defensively as a unit?
Well, it starts with the center. I mean, Logan Couture, if he's not the top two-way center in the league, he's in that conversation. Plays a 200-foot game, always on the right side of the puck, always making the right reads. And I think when your centerman is like that, he drives the guys around him to play as honest a game as that. I really like Gus Nyquist's game. I think we were trying to find a spot for him that worked. We tried him with Jumbo. We tried him with Hurdle for a little bit. And it never seemed to click. But for some reason, he's clicked there, and I think he's. Last series and tonight, I thought he's given us some real valuable minutes. And then Timo's Timo.
On the left side, standing up here.
Coach, St. Louis came out real physical in that first period, and you guys didn't respond with any dumb penalties. Can you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, we're not gonna. We're gonna play whistle to whistle the whole series. And if they want to take penalties like that or penalties like at the end of the game, then we'll let the refs take care of that. They've told us they will, and we're expecting they will.
All right, we'll do a few more front right.
Peter, good evening. Congratulations. Joe Pavelski missed 6 games in the last series with Colorado. In the last 2 games, he has been scoring goals. What do you think about his consistency, his performance, and his resiliency? Thank you.
Well, he's our captain, and I'm not surprised he's come back in after being out with the injury he was out with and done what he's done. Most people, I would, we would be happy he was just in, never mind producing. But for him to come in and score both nights, I think that's Joe. There's no other way to put it. He's that's who he is, and if he's going to play, he's going to find a way to contribute in a positive way for us.
2 more questions. Second row on the right.
Coach, the Blues did a good job of holding the Scheifele line in check and also the Ben line. I realize you guys have been doing this the entire playoffs, but what did you do that forced the turnovers that they made today?
I just think we worked. We worked when we got out on the ice. So, nothing technically. Just when you're working all over the ice, you're going to create some opportunities for yourself, and I think that's what happened.
Last question. Third row on the right.
In the last series of Vlasic and Burns versus McKinnon, that was a big story. Can you just talk about the work that they did, the whole team did against Tarasenko and that line tonight?
Yeah, I thought we did a good, St. Louis is built a little different. Obviously, they have that line, but I think they also have a couple other lines that are very good, too. Their third line, might have been their most dangerous line in the last series, and I thought was good again tonight, got a goal in the third period. So they're built differently. I think this is going to be more of a team effort to shut down their group. And, if we can get the matchups we want, great. If we can't, the guys are out there going to have to get the job done.